care about poor people, you're going to be rich so that you'll be in a position to help them. You can never help any poor person being poor. Okay, because majority of the problem of most poor people is financially related. So if you hate wealth, how then can you be in a position to help a poor person? And so if you really are pro income equality, people need to be wealthy, well, equitable distribution of wealth, and all those things. You're an activist for, equality and things like that. Then the starting point, if you really want to be an effective activist, will be to make money so that you're in the position to help people, okay, who are financially frustrated. Stanley Okafor has shared this on 108 group. God will honor you. I'm grateful for that. Thank you for sharing on 108 groups. Thank you for doing that. So guys, if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Now, number one, okay, they invest in the knowledge of investment before the investment itself. Okay, habit number one when it comes to investment. Billionaires invest in the knowledge of a particular investment before actually investing in that particular type of investment. I want everybody to help me type. Okay, billionaires invest in the knowledge, okay, of a particular type of investment before investing in the particular investment itself. So what do we mean? If a billionaire wants to invest in cryptocurrency, he will first invest, in understanding crypto, in knowing what cryptocurrency is about, in knowing how to invest, how does it work, do people make money from it. A billionaire will invest in the knowledge before actually putting his or her money in buying crypto. But let me tell you how poor people invest. If a poor man, okay, wants to invest in crypto, you know what he's going to do? He will put his money in crypto before even learning what is crypto. And this is why the poor people keep getting poorer and the rich keep getting richer. Because a poor man will tell you, if I spend $10,000 learning about crypto, okay, where will I now get the money to invest in crypto itself? Okay? But what people do not understand is not really about the money to invest in crypto as much as is about the knowledge of investing in crypto, because the money will always come. Either you use your own personal money or you use OPM. I want everybody to type OPM. So when we say OPM, we mean other people's money. Okay, OPM, other people's money. So smart billionaires always end up using other people's money in the first place. So because you're always going to have access to other people's money, your primary goal is to make sure you understand the business and you do not lose people's money. And this is where people make the mistake. So a billionaire always knows that he will eventually get other people's money to really do the investment. And I think everybody can get other people's money. Because sometimes people tell me that, but Dr. Stephen, the billionaire did it because he knows he will always get other people's money. Let me tell you this. If you know what you're doing, people will always give you their money. The problem why you have not been able to attract people's money is that they were not sure you know what you're doing. Okay? There is no evidence to prove that you know what you're doing. Okay? You have not proven to them. There's no track record. There's no evidence that you've been trained. There's no evidence of your education, right? Everything is it's obvious to them that you don't know what you're talking about. So they ain't going to give you their money. And this is where many people miss it. So you see an average poor man, he does not really have a clue in detail, right? And that's why you see poor people play victim a lot. Oh, he deceived me. Oh, don't be angry with me. But you see, it was the people I saw around him. It was the caliber of person he called himself. Now, rich people don't do that. It's never really about who is asking them to invest. It has never been about who. It's always about having the knowledge of what exactly they're doing. It's not about who. They don't care whether the richest man in the world is also doing it. That's not the game. The game is, what am I trying to do? What is this business all about? I need to know what I'm trying to do. But an average poor person will just say, no, let's do it. You see, everybody is doing it. We too. You see, we just have to do it. All of them are doing it. That's not how it works. A smart investor will ask, why this business? Why this opportunity? Why should I do Forex? Why should I do crypto business? What's in it? What's in crypto? What is crypto about? What is Forex about? I would rather spend money learning, understanding that business, rather than just jump and say, because even if I spend all my money to learn it, and I don't even have money to invest, I can always go to people who have the money and show them the evidence that I now know what I'm doing. I have studied this game and show them I know this business very well. And give me your money, we can do this together. And people will trust you. So it has never been about money. Let me give you an example. We were to launch an estate, right? One of our estate, and it became the pattern 2 years ago. We were to launch one of our estate, and the money we had was not up to the total money we need to pay. So we said, let's do a pre-launch. We know this property. We've gotten agreement with the sellers. We have half of the money and we've deposited it. But we need more money. Why not do a pre-launch? Give people at the price we are buying the property. Okay? At the same price we're buying the property. Knowing that if we can make all the total money and pay for the entire property and we start work, we can double the price later. So we told people, hey, if you are investing before the day we launch it, you will not see the estate because we have not launched it yet. But if you can trust us enough, right? Okay, to drop your money, we are going to give you at 50% the price we're going to launch the property. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not believe this. In 2 weeks, we were able to raise over 100 million naira. Can everybody type 100 million? Everybody, I want you to type that. 100 million. Now, the question is, why did these people trust me to go ahead and be giving their money when I didn't even show them the picture of the estate they were buying? Who can guess why people trust me enough? Okay? In other words, in 2 weeks, we raised 100 million. People trusting us, okay, about an estate we have not shown them picture or video, but we just told them, if you are investing before the day of the launch, you are getting it at 50% the price we're going to be launching it. And in 2 weeks, we raised over 100 million. So the question I want you guys, come on, engage me, guys. I love when I do videos like this, people engage me. I love people engaging me. So can anybody tell me, why do you think people went ahead to give their money? Why do you think not seeing the estate? Why do you think people risk it? Can anybody guess? Why do you think people went ahead? And that has become our pattern now. Whenever we're launching most of our estate, we tell people, if you're buying before the day of the launch, you get it 50%, the price we're going to launch it. And you know what happened to many of them? We launched that estate at 1.5 million. In 6 months down the line, the estate was selling for 4.5 million. So many people had gotten, a 200% return on investment. 3 million profit in 6 months because they took a risk. Thank you very much. Emeka, you are very right. Track record. That was not our first estate. It was not our second estate. It was not the third. In fact, it was the fourth estate in that area. So they could trust us. They've seen us do it over time. And they know that these guys can be trusted. So I tell people, when you want to be a billionaire or succeed in business, it's not about rushing to do an investment that is the problem. Okay? The problem is the knowledge, understanding what you're putting your money into, having proper training. And that's why today when I look at people shouting, Dr. Stephen, I want to do a business. Can you invest in my business? I need 50 million. And I just laugh. Where's your track record? What's the proof that you know about this business? Okay? Or you are going to be using my money to experiment without any training. And the first habit that we're sharing today is that billionaires always invest in the knowledge of a business before investing in the business itself. Meanwhile, poor people will invest in the business before getting the knowledge. In fact, many poor people know about a business after they've lost money or made money in the business. That's always why every success a poor man makes, every money a poor man makes, he's going to lose it 100 times over. Let me say that again. Every, profit a poor man makes is going to lose it 100 times over. I remember one of my mentees was sharing with me 6 months ago. She was telling me about an investment program. And you know the funny thing that I've realized with this investment thing? Many of you, when they are warning you about all these things, you will never listen. Billionaire investors, never, always get mentors and partners and never invest their money in Ponzi schemes. Let me say that again. Billionaire investors always invest with mentors and partners and never engage in any form of Ponzi scheme, except they are the owner of the Ponzi scheme. You never hardly see a billionaire put his money in a Ponzi scheme, except if he's the owner of that Ponzi scheme. So number two, billionaires, always invest with mentors and partners. They don't do Ponzi scheme. Let me give you a story. How many of you saw a tweet last year by Elon Musk on one of his colleagues who said he has up to $1 billion in Bitcoin? And Elon Musk made a comment asking if someone can invest bulk in Bitcoin. If you saw that tweet, type 1. If you didn't see it, type 2. Again, how many of you saw the tweet by Elon Musk about Bitcoin, saying that is it possible? He was commenting on one other billionaire guy about the guy who was talking about Bitcoin, and Elon Musk commented and said, can you buy in bulk? How many of you saw it last year? If you saw it last year, type I saw. If you didn't see it, type I didn't see it. And if you saw it, if you can help me look for it, I've been looking for that tweet. If you can help me look for that tweet and help me post it here or send it to my inbox, I appreciate it. Yeah. I remember when I saw that, I said it clearly that Elon Musk was going to invest in Bitcoin. When I saw it, I just knew. I didn't need any long story. I was too sure that he was going to invest. I was too sure. I knew it, because, and I'll tell you why. Habits of billionaires, when they are about to invest in something, they will either get a partner or a mentor in it. And this is where many people who are not billionaires make mistakes. You want to invest in a business, you don't know about the business, you will not get a mentor, you will not get a partner. I can always do it. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. This is where we miss it. No mentor, no partner. And you put your money in Ponzi scheme. You later play victim. Oh, the world is wicked. Oh, people are wicked. Oh, I didn't know that this is going to happen to me. How did you put yourself in that kind of game? Billionaires don't do that. They either get a mentor or get a partner. Anytime they are investing, a mentor or a partner. A mentor or a partner. Even when they are doing charity, a mentor or a partner. When Bill Gates was going to start investing heavily in Nigeria, he still had to partner with Dangote. When he started doing his charity project in Nigeria, he still partnered with Dangote. That's how billionaires, they just don't do all this thing where I'm just going to start something, no partner, no mentor, just one man show. They don't do it. I remember this, my mentee. Last year, we were talking. She said, oh, there's this investment I'm doing. And I remember telling her, I said, this is a Ponzi scheme. She said, don't worry. I have it figured out. I have my insider. I have somebody who is, don't worry. I've been making money. I said, okay. This year now, she's called to tell me that the thing has packed up. And I was just shaking my head. I said, well, did you at least make your capital? That's my cocoa. Did you make your capital back? She said, no. She said, I was reluctant joining. And by the time I joined, the thing eventually crashed. How many of you remember that about MMM? If you remember, that was the same thing happened to many people about MMM. Type MMM, if you remember. Similar thing happened about MMM. Many people refused to join MMM. They were scared. As soon as many of them have finally decided to join, maybe because they saw their friend making it, they saw other people who they know showing their money, all of that. As soon as they put their money, it It was almost like it was diabolical, or the witches in their village was chasing them. As soon as they put in their money, that was when the thing collapsed. And how many of you have had those kind of experience where you will be reluctant to join a Ponzi scheme, right? Once you join, almost as if the whole thing is working against you. As soon as you put your money like this, the thing crash. If you've had that experience, type I've had that experience, right? So, but the reason is also because you don't have mentors or partners when you do all these things. Okay? Let me tell you, how many of you know something called institutional investors? If you know institutional investors, type institutional investor. If you don't know, type I don't know. Institutional investors. Let me tell you one of the powerful ways billionaires make sure and guarantee that they don't lose money when it comes to some of, even when they decide to do high risk investment. Let me tell you how they do. They do what called volume. Or institutional trading. Volume or institutional trading. In other words, they do it in such a way that their entrance into the business takes the price higher. Does this make sense at all? Their entrance into the business takes the price higher. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Look at how Elon Musk has invested in Bitcoin. Because he came with volume and did it as an institutional investor, $1.5 billion, right? Did you see that Bitcoin has gone higher? So what has happened right now, even if Elon Musk decides to pull out tomorrow from Bitcoin, he has forced the price to go higher that he cannot lose. Is this making sense at all? If it's making sense, type it makes sense. He's been able to force the price to go so high that he can't lose. He cannot lose because he came in bulk. He came in as an institution. He came in and he even just because he came in as an institution, he legitimized that business in its entirety. I heard Uber is also going into this business. Uber is also investing some billions into Bitcoin, right? Do you see how these people do it? So at the end of the day, it's difficult for a billionaire to lose because of the way they go about. They go with a mentor, they go with a partner, they go as an institution. That way, they don't lose. But many of us, we look at all this opportunity, we want to invest in something, one-man show. You don't even want anybody to know. No mentor, no partner. You say nobody must know. I'll do it secretly. Me and my God. I don't get it. I don't get it. Right? Wisdom is profitable to direct. Number 3, billionaires only invest in consistent ventures. Billionaires only invest in real and consistent venture. I want everybody to type it. Billionaires only invest in real and consistent ventures. So first of all, many billionaires do not invest, until they've seen a pattern of consistency. Elon Musk has known about Bitcoin for years now. Years. So why is he just investing $1.5 billion this time around? Okay? That's what billionaires do. They take their time. They look for consistency before they invest. Not just that they hear about a new business and they rush into it. They are looking for something real, something tangible. That's how billionaires become billionaires. When it comes to habits of investment, they are looking for something real. They are looking for something consistent. But poor people, you just hear somebody is making money. Once he can show you evidence he's making money, you jump into it. So billionaires only invest in real and consistent investment. They only do. People always ask me, Dr. Stephen, why is most of your money in real estate? Because it's the only real investment. Does it mean I don't do others? I do. But a majority of my money is only in real, tangible investment. Something real. Something very real. Something very real. Can everybody type real investment? Guys, type real investment. I want everybody to type real investment. That's why the rich keep getting richer. They don't put their money just in anything, anywhere belle face. No. They put their money in real investment, tangible, something they can hold, something they can trust, something that is authentic. But many other people, the mistake we make anywhere belle face, we hear somebody is making money in this business, we do not, okay, wait, is it a real investment? What are they doing? Let me give you an example. For example, many of the Ponzi schemes that many of you have, by the way, I'm not of you, be sincere, don't lie. If you have ever fallen victim of a Ponzi scheme, type 1. If you have never fallen victim of a Ponzi scheme, type 2. Let me repeat myself again. If you have ever fallen victim of a Ponzi scheme, type 1. If you have never fallen victim of a Ponzi scheme, type 2. Now, for those of you who are typing 1, do you notice that those Ponzi schemes, you never did research to be sure that they have a real legitimate business? Let me say it again. How many of you agree with me? If you agree, type I agree, that you never did investigation to be sure that they are doing real legitimate business. For example, they tell you they are trading precious stone. Many of you never did research to go and see where are they trading the precious stone. Where is the refinery where the trading is occurring? You never did that research. If you agree, type I agree. They tell you they are doing Bitcoin. Many of you never really saw it. They said they are mining Bitcoin. Many of you never saw the mining machine or went to the office where they are really doing the mining. They may have an office, but where is the process? Where are the servers that is mining the cryptocurrency? Nothing. All you just hear, they said they are mining, you know, they are mining as long as they give me my money. And that's where greed comes in. And that's why it takes being greedy to fall victim of Ponzi scheme. You must have been greedy. Okay, you must have been greedy. It's obvious because you never care about whether it's real. So billionaires are only going to invest in something real. It's not real, they're not interested. It has to be real. It has to be tangible. It has to be something I can taste, something I can trust, something there is legitimacy to this thing we say we are doing. They are sure it's real. They have found that it is real. Not that something just out of the blue. They say they are doing something. You've never seen a picture or a video that shows that that thing they say they are doing is real. Some people told you they are doing Forex. You've never even gone to see any charts that shows that they are trading, that they even know how to trade. But it's just say they do trading. Billionaires don't invest that way. That's why, again, the rich keep getting richer, the poor keep getting poorer. It is the habits, guys. Habits. The habits of billionaires is different from that of poor people. It's a habit. Because habit determines decision. Decision determines destiny. Everybody help me type this. Habit determines decision. Decision determines destiny. I want everybody to help me type it. Let me say that again. Habit determines, okay? Habit determines decision. Decision determines destiny. Habits determines decision. Decision determines destiny. I started a business with 1,000 naira and I've grown to multi-billion naira corporation, and I'm sharing things I've used to get to where I am today. I have never fallen victim of a Ponzi scheme. I just don't do Ponzi scheme. It's a rule. I don't do it. Okay? I don't do it. If I've been wasting my money in Ponzi scheme, I will never have been this wealthy. If I've been wasting my money in Ponzi scheme, I'll never have been this wealthy. And that's the powerful principle. So if you're ready for number 4, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 4, habits of billionaires that have made them rich. And if you pick them up, you're also going to be wealthy this year. At least this will be your year of entry. And this is very important. Number 4, billionaires invest, okay, in low risk, mid risk, and high risk investments. Let me say that again. Billionaires only invest in low risk, mid risk, and high risk investment. Let me tell you this. Poor people only reinvest in high risk. Poor people, they only invest in high risk investment. And this is why the poor keep getting poorer. Let me tell you one of the fundamental reasons why poor people keep getting poorer is waste. The fundamental reason why poor people keep getting poorer is waste. Can everybody type waste? Let me say it again. The fundamental reason why poor people keep getting poorer is waste. And sometimes they don't even know what they're doing is wasteful. But it's waste. It's waste. For example, how many of you know, okay, that Let me give you an example. Do you know that I eat less now that I'm rich than when I was poor? And how many of you are aware that rich people do not eat as much as poor people do? I'm talking about physical food. Are you aware? Okay? Because the wealthier you become, the more you even get to realize that most of the food you are eating, right, is a waste. And that you just shit it out. Your body does not need most of those food. And that when you put in too much, you are overworking your body. And these are even some of the reasons why you get sick. Because your body is working too much. And suddenly you have nutritionists telling you that no, it's little, it's, because your body, this is the quantity your body needs. Don't overwork your internal organs so that you can live long. How many of you are aware of this? How many of you are aware of this? Right? If you are aware, type I'm aware. If you're not aware, of course, you can say you are not aware. Yeah? So what you realize, and this was shocking even to me, I do not eat now like when I was poor. When I was poor, okay, yeah. I can eat 4 times a day. Even though I'm always complaining that, the food is not enough and all of that, today, I don't eat much. I force myself not to eat much. I force myself not to eat much because I am understanding that it's not good for my health. I need to take care of my body. I need to, live well, live healthy so that I can take care of my businesses. And this is a powerful principle. Many of you that disagree is because you're not aware. Now that I've said it, it's beginning to make sense to many of you. But this is reality. I used to eat a lot more when I was poor than now. Now I don't eat much. You can ask my wife. I don't eat much. I'm always more careful. I want to be, healthy. I want to be, I don't give my system too much food. Because you eat too much, you eat, at the end of the day, you still shit everything out. Your body is telling you it doesn't need it. And you have so much constipation. Are you learning, guys? So number 4 is that rich people do mid-risk. Okay? Low risk and high risk. Poor people only do high risk. That's why how many people fall victim of MMM the most? Poor people. That's why many of them committed suicide. Do you see how many of those who committed suicide when MMM failed were very poor people? Are you aware? One woman went to Third Mainland Bridge and jumped into Third Mainland. And they said, what happened? Okay? They said, what happened? And they said, well, the woman, the story came that she had carried the family's money. In fact, they sold the family's house just to raise money to put into MMM. She vowed with her life that the thing was going to bring out money, that they shouldn't worry. She's going to make all of the family members rich. Now MMM collapsed. She just went to Third Mainland Bridge and jumped inside. It's poor people who end up falling victim because poor people only are interested in get rich quick scheme. Poor people are only most times, when it comes to investment, only interested in something they can make money fast. Rich people diversify. Can everybody type diversify? Everybody come on, type diversify. Billionaires are diversifying. They put small money into something. This one, guaranteed. Low risk. It can be 5% every year. I don't mind. It can be 2%. It can be 3%. As long as it can't fail, no problem. They put some money there. This one is mid-risk. It can be giving me 12 to 15% every year. Mid-risk. Okay? And more guaranteed, they put some part of their money there. Okay? And another portion, they put it into what? High risk. Let me tell you this. How many of you are aware that even when billionaires invest in Forex, they only do institutional investment? If you are aware, type I'm aware. If you're not aware, type I'm not aware. Let me say that again. How many of you are aware that when billionaires invest in Forex, they do not invest as individuals? They trade as institutions, either investing in mutual funds, right? Either investing in pension funds that still do some trading, either invest, but through an institution. Through an institution. And this is where we miss it. This is where we miss it. Right? Because you want to now say you want to do all those high-risk investment. You go invest either to individual or you decide to invest as an individual without any form of training, without any form of education, without any form of knowledge. Are you glad to be in this class? If you are glad, type, I'm glad, I'm glad, I'm glad. Come on, guys. Show me some love. If you know this is changing your life and you're learning. So, billionaires make sure that even the high-risk investment they are doing, they'll go and look for a company, right, who that decide to say they are doing high-risk form of investment, but they are an institution. They are an institution, licensed institutions, who have license, who have government license under strict regulations. They will now go and meet them and say, okay, I'm investing 2 billion with you. Okay, and I want X percentage. That's how they do it. But you see, an average poor man, you go and look for Chukwudi and Sons. Chukwudi, I hear that you bought Rolls Royce. You must have been making money. Chukwudi say, nah God, oh, nah God. Chukwudi, I have $1 million. Oh yeah, what do they do? You say, Forex. You give Chukwudi. And then before you know it, the entire money is gone. That's how we make mistakes. That's the mistakes that you see poor people do. But rich people, they will do through an institution. They say, okay, I will, even though when I want, so diversify. Can everybody type diversify? Some portion of your money go into low risk. Another portion of your money should go into mid risk. Another portion of your money should go into high risk. Always diversify your investment portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's one of the most foolish things to do. Never put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to investment, particularly when it comes to the risk level. Now, I want to ask all of you a question, and I need an answer. How do you know an investment is risky? Can anybody tell me? How do you know that a particular investment is a high-risk investment? How do you know? Guys, I need answer. Come on, guys, engage me. The returns on investment. Once the return is very high, it's already a high risk. Don't waste your time. ROI. Somebody tell you they're going to give you 15% return on investment every month. I don't care who is behind it. Let it be the Pope. It's a high-risk investment. Don't put all your money there. I'm not saying don't do it, but just don't put all. Isn't this a fair conversation? Just don't put all. Just don't put all. The mistake many of us do, you hear, they are giving 15%. You carry all your money, not only your money. You go and meet every member of your family, your cousin, your workers, people you work in the same place. You swear with Quran, you swear with Bible, you vow that they will get their money back. You can swear, you are sure, you know this thing, they should kill you if you fail. And then you take everybody's money, you put it into high risk. Who does that? Who does that? Instead of you to say, no, I'm going to divide my money into 3. I'll put a portion of my money into mid-risk, a portion into low risk, and a portion into high risk. At least I'll do, so that if I lose the money from the high risk, no wahala. Okay? No wahala. I still have the mid-risk and the low risk. Another thing that is very important. When you make money from your high-risk investment, billionaires always withdraw their profit and put it in the mid and the low. What do many poor people do? They roll it over. Roll over. And they're always convinced to roll it over. And I don't get it. You did a high-risk investment. God save your head. You made profit. Instead of you to withdraw the profit, let me tell you what I tell people to do. When you do high-risk investment, your first set of profit, be pulling it out until you make back your capital. Can everybody help me type this? Come on, guys. I want everybody to type this. When you do high-risk investment, okay, pull back your profit. Withdraw your profit until you make back what you invested. I want everybody to type it. When you do high-risk investment, pull out your profit until you get back your capital. That's how smart people do it. So that if the thing eventually crash, you know that at least you got back the capital you invested. But the mistake many people do is that they see a high risk, investment, right? A high risk investment. Now God help them, they made some money. Instead of pulling by saying, I'll roll it over. Don't worry. Greed comes in. I'll roll it over. Don't worry. I'll roll it over. If I do it, the thing will turn again. Give me 100%. Roll it over. I'll pull. Roll it. And then they are dreaming in their mind. Before you know it, the entire thing has scattered. They've lost all the money. And then, of course, playing victim, the world is wicked. Come on, just admit it. You were greedy.